so please take a nice seat, however you're comfortable. I'm going to sit like this evening on my block, but you can sit however you are comfortable. So welcome, and I'm so happy to see all of you here this evening. Let's dive in right away. So take a nice seat, find a tall spine, and then place one hand on your heart center and one hand on your navel region. And then simply close your eyes. Begin to drop inward. This class this evening is called The Levity of Gratitude. The Levity of Gratitude. Levity is our birthright, and you can feel it when you breathe in. So as you inhale, feel how your chest automatically rises with this sense of levity, and breathing out. And just notice your breath for a few more cycles. Each inhalation, just a sense of rising, of upliftment in the chest. And here we are coming upon Thanksgiving, but all days are Thanksgiving for us yogis, thinking about gratitude, and that simple quality brings a sense of levity to us as well. So taking your next breath in, just let it be a breath of gratitude that's not attached to any one thing, just maybe grateful to be alive and breathing. Two more conscious breaths. Keeping your eyes closed, interlace your fingers together and stretch your arms above your head, rotating your palms upward. And then just still keeping the eyes closed, feel the length that's being invited into the sides of your body. And then release your hands and bring them together in front of the heart center. Bowing as a gesture of appreciation for these healthy bodies and this opportunity to practice together this evening. May we experience the levity that is our birthright in each breath, and the sense of levity that comes with gratitude as we reflect throughout our class this evening. And then lift your head, release your hands, and let your eyes come open. So let's begin here on our mats. You can come off of your seat, whatever you're sitting on there. And we're going to start on our backs at first here. So bend your knees and come on down to your back. And then take your right leg, bring the knee towards your chest and over to the side of your body and flex your foot. So half happy baby. But reach up with one hand or both hands if you can to create a stirrup. So you would be interlacing your fingers on the bottom of your foot if it's accessible. Otherwise, you can hold your shin here. And what I'd like for you to do is two actions. Pull down strong by bending your elbows, and at the same time, press your foot up into the stirrup of your hands really strong. And keep those two actions happening simultaneously. So we're pulling down with the strength of the arms, pushing up with the strength of the leg, and keep your right leg close to your right rib cage. Just breathing here as you hold, turning on the hips and hip flexors. Ujjayi breath. And then please release your right foot to the floor. And we'll do the same with the left. So bring your left leg up, bend your knee. And again, so if the foot's not accessible, you could also take your belt and put it right on the ball of the foot. Make a little stirrup with the belt. Excuse me. Pull down with the strength of your arms, and then match that with pressing up with the strength of your leg. So the leg stays bent. It's just trying really strong to push up. Ujjayi breath, stay focused. Good, and release. Bring both feet to the ground. Bring the soles of your feet together as you open the legs, arch your low back, and please stretch your arms over your head. Nice full stretch here, and let the heart lift in this position, big arch in your back. And then fold the legs together, bring the knees into your chest, and rock a little bit. So you're gonna maybe rock on up to a seated position, rock and roll a few times. Just warm up through the spine. One more time, and stay up this time. Swing your legs around behind you. We're gonna come onto our stomach. So if you would please come onto your tummies and notice how this feels now. It's going to feel different after Thanksgiving Day. You might not be able to easily lay on your stomach for a while. We've ordered pies to take with us, and now we're not going out of town, so we're going to have not one, but 2 pies to sit and gorge on. Come on over. Take your arms out to the sides in a T position, both of them. And then chin down to the mat. Lift your right leg a little bit up off the floor. Flex the foot. Stretch the right leg longer. And then bend the leg. And now from here, you're going to roll to your left side. Just let the leg come behind you a little bit. It might still be up here. Might be back behind you. And turn your head to the right. Turn your head to the right. Come back to the center. Lengthen the leg and lay it down, and then turn your head to the left. Lift the left leg straight, flex the foot and lengthen, and then bend the leg and start to roll to the side. Looking to your left. And then come back to center, extend your leg, and come up onto your elbows and forearms. Tops of the feet, that's the part we don't walk on, tops of the feet down strong, and then elbows underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lengthen into Sphinx pose, so you're trying to draw the elbows back while lifting the heart. And then exhale, I want you to press into your knees and lift your pelvis a little as you drop your chin towards your chest and look towards your navel. Lower the pelvis down and lift the heart as you drag the elbows back in Sphinx. And again, now knees down, lift the pelvis, head drops, look inward. And then lower the thighs and pelvis down again. Once again, Sphinx pose. So now you can do the same thing we just did on the knees, or you can lift the knees, keep the tops of the feet down if possible. So you start to tilt the chin a little, and then lift the legs, pressing strong into the tops of the feet. Try not to let your bottom go up too high in the air. Keep it low, holding. And then lower the legs down, lengthen forward. So again, you have that option of knees down. We're gonna go one last time. Chin draws towards the chest. Either lift knees or keep them down, and holding. Good stretch for the tops of the feet. And then lowering on down. Move your hands back by your chest. Push back to a child's pose with long arms. And drop into your breath here. Taking a moment here also to drop into that place of gratitude. Maybe bringing to mind a person, that has been very kind to you, that has blessed you, that has supported you. Bring to mind someone that you are grateful for. And let that bring a sense of levity and upliftment to your mind and heart. And then from here, lift up to downward facing dog. And we'll hold for 5 slow breaths. So in that breath time, you can move if you'd like, but count 5 breaths on your own. And if you feel like being still, be still. And at the end of your 5th breath, please lower your knees down to the ground and move the hands back so you're in an all-fours position. And so check to make sure if you can bring your shoulder a little more over the center of the palm. So we're not back in the heel of the hand, we're not too far forward, but shoulder over the center of the palm if possible. And from here, I want you to fingers are spread wide. Just lift the heel of the hand and roll to the knuckles on the right side. So you're lifting the heel of the hand and then stretch the heel of the hand back down, and then do the left side. Lift the left heel of the hand, moving in towards the knuckle bed there, and then lower back down. Now I want you to do that again. We're going to do both at the same time, but try not to let your shoulders move forward. Keep your arm bones right where they are, and then lift the heel of both hands. Ooh, you're going to feel some work in your fingers. And then keep your shoulders stable as you slowly lower the heel of the hands on down. Good. From here, take the hands forward. So good stretch through your forearm and into the hands, lifting on up to downward facing dog again. Push strong from your shoulders through your arms into your hands. And slightly bend your knees. And then from the back of your heart, lengthen up your spine, out through your tailbone. Little tiny bend in your knees, making a lumbar curve if possible. And then let's lift the right leg high and hold it for 3 breaths. And then at the end of the 3rd exhale, bring the right knee towards your outer right shoulder and let it hover here. Just hover in the air. Hover, hover, hover. And then we're going to lightly sweep the right foot into a deep lunge. So just bring it forward and place it down. And hold here for a moment in your deep lunge. All right, now you might want to block. Actually, do grab a block and move it back here so that it's in this upright position, and it would land right about mid-thigh on you. So come down to humble pose here. So you can put the block right at the middle of your thigh and come down to your elbow or forearm if that's doable here. So let the thigh release onto the block. Let your head bow. Sense of humility and appreciation. And then from here, we'll start to lift on up. Lift your back leg, straighten your front leg. Now here's where if you want to put your hands on the block, it's handy there. You're gonna keep both legs straight and either just walk both hands over to the left here, or you could put your block out here and put your hands on your block. Whatever feels doable. Push your hips over to the right as you're walking your arms to the left diagonal. And just encourage length in your spine. We hold here Legs are straight. Your back heel is lifted. It does not need to be down. And then from here, you can just leave the block out here if you're using it. Come back to center. Bend your front leg. Step your back leg in. You're in a wide stance here, a wide stance. Bend your knees. Please lay your chest on your thighs and interlace your hands behind your back. Roll the shoulders up onto your back. Let the head release and stretch the knuckles up as you release your head down to the mat. Ujjayi breath. And now slowly release your hands to the mat. Straighten your legs. And then from here, we'll make our way back. Actually, we will not. We'll make our way up. I want to come up first. Come all the way up to the ceiling. Stretch your arms and bring your hands to heart center. Pause to feel your body in this upright position. And as you inhale, let the chest rise with that sense of levity, remembering your goodness. And now from here, I want you to take your thumbs, cross one thumb on top of the other and note which one it is. So my right thumb automatically wants to go on top of my left, so notice where you're at there. And then lift your arms above your head and bend your elbows. Okay? So now I want you to take your right shoulder and lift it up towards your ear. So go shoulder up and then take your right elbow and pull it back. Then do the left side. Lift your left shoulder up towards your ear, pull the left elbow back. Now, a little bend in your knees, lumbar curve. Take your ribs back. Then start to take your hands back behind your head. Your shoulder blades are on your back. Hands are going back. And now, as your heart lifts up more and more, start to stretch your arms a little straighter. A little straighter. Your thumbs are pulling apart on each other. Open up a little bit more. And slowly rise and forward, fold all the way down we go. Ujjayi breath. And making your way back to downward facing dog. If your block is on the left side, just move it over here to the right so it can be handy. Holding in down dog, establish your strong hands, a sense of trying to lift the heel of your hand here, just that sense. And then let's float the left leg up for 3 steady breaths. Breathing in, exhale it out, breathing in, releasing out. Third one, breathing in, breathing out. Left knee towards the outer left shoulder, hover, really draw up through your abdomen, and then just slide the foot on through into deep lunge. Now take your block and place it so that it would be about mid-thigh as you lower your leg down and bring the hands. You might stay here with straight arms. If it feels okay, you could come down to the elbow. Let the head bow. One more breath. Stay in tune with the full cycle of the breath in and out. And now from here, we'll lift on up. And this is where we straighten the front leg and either just walk your hands over to fingertips to the right, or you could put your block out here and put your arms on it. As that head goes between the arms, both legs are straight, back heel is lifted. Just slightly push your pelvis to the left, please. And encourage long spine. Breathing in, breathing out. Again, full breath in, slow breath out. One more breath. And then bring the hands back. Bend the front leg like we did earlier. Step forward, but step into a wide stance. So feet are not quite as wide as your mat. Bend your knees again, chest to the thighs. Drop the head and interlace the fingers behind the back. You can always use a belt here too. Roll the shoulders up onto the back and extend the arms up. You could move the head around on purpose here. Fingers are pressing together, trying to pull them apart. And then slowly release your hands on down to the mat. Push your pelvis back and begin to straighten your legs. Sweep the arms forward, rise, come all the way up, and hands to heart center. Pause, little tiny bend in your knees, hands still at the heart. And let the mind drift to that place of gratitude, this very powerful quality or attitude. Bringing to mind circumstance, a situation, a person that automatically brings a sense of appreciation, of gratitude, of love to you. And now let's do the other side. So remember what thumb you had on top last time. Put the one that doesn't feel as natural, the other one on top. And those thumbs are trying to pull apart. So arms come above the head, little bend in the knee. Elbows are bent. This time lift your left shoulder towards your left ear and then draw your left elbow back. Keep that. Lift your right shoulder really high and right elbow back. Then start to bring your hands back. Draw your ribs into the body more. And as you pull the thumbs apart, just open up into a nice back bend. Let the sense of levity swell in your heart and really lift you up. Ribs are staying in the body. And then come up and all the way down. Now I'm going to invite you here to close your eyes through this next salutation. It'll be very basic. See if you can just feel your path, feel your way through here. And maybe in that inward space, you can rest in a place of gratitude for someone or something. Maybe it's just for being healthy right now, or being able to practice. So inhale, eyes closed, halfway lift, pranam. Feel your way there. Exhale, bow. See if you can keep the eyes closed if possible. Touch the mat, step your right leg back to a deep lunge. Lower your back knee down with eyes still closed if possible. Stretch your arms above your head in Anjaneyasana. On an exhale, slowly let your hands come back down. Touch the mat. You'll know where you're at when you get there. Lift the back leg. Step back downward facing dog. Maybe the eyes are still closed. Inhale here. Exhale out. 2 more breaths in that inner place. Breathing in, breathing out. Eyes still closed as you roll forward into a plank pose, inhaling, and exhale, find your way down to the mat. Inhale to cobra, lift that grateful heart. Exhale down, eyes still closed if possible. Toes curl under, downward facing dog. Resting in the sound of your breath, 2 more cycles here. And as you're ready, step your right leg up between your hands. You'll know when it's there. Lower your back knee down. Take your time, float your arms up with an inhalation. You might feel a little unsteady, but you're grounded with your back knee. And exhale, touching back down to the mat. Lift the back leg, step forward, pull deeply inward, hear and feel the breath. Inhale, sweep the arms, rise. Eyes still closed if possible. Hands to heart center. Pause and feel. Eyes can open. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. So if that felt good to do the practice, the sun salutation with your eyes closed, go for it again. If you need to open them, please do. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Stepping the left leg back first this time. Hold in deep lunge. We're going to take the right arm to the ceiling in a twist. So eyes can be open or closed. Hold here, 2 breaths. Releasing to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. There'll be a softness through your face. There's strength in your arms that helps you push and elevate your pelvis up. Deep breath in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out as you're ready. Inhale to a plank pose. Exhale down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale down. Downward facing dog as you're ready, up and back. And 1 more breath in dog. Left leg steps forward, deep lunge. As you're ready, left arm up in a twist. 2 breaths here. Stay with the cycle of breath. And touching down as you're ready. Step forward into Uttanasana. And inhale, swing the arms, reach forward and up. And exhale, hands come back to heart center. A moment of remembrance, a moment of appreciation for all the many blessings that you have. And then release your hands, let your eyes come open if they're closed. And locate your 2 blocks and place them at the front of your mat. I've got a runaway block over here. And put them on their high setting, right on the front of your mat, high setting. Excuse me, I need a drink. Alrighty, so we'll use the blocks for supported warrior 3. So come forward and place your hands on the blocks. And then from here, we're going to be standing on the right leg first. So sweep the left leg up behind you. Just think of warrior 3 here, but you have some support under your arms, of course. Arms are straight and strong. As you push down firmly into the blocks, draw up through the belly, through the ribs. Feel that connection. Good, and then just bring the knee forward, round your back into cat pose, and take the knee towards the nose. Might be more comfortable to come onto your fingertips, just notice that. And then extend the leg straight back out, elongate your spine. Right foot to the ground, and let's do the left side. Extend it behind you. Push down through your arms, draw up through the ribs. Back leg is really long and active, pressing up through the heel. And then bring the knee to the nose to the knee. And extend it back out. Long spine. And lower it down. Awesome. Now, the right side again, this time we're going to cross it over in front. So extend the right leg back and bring the knee in. Bring it in so you round the back. And now see if you can take your ankle and cross it over on top of your left thigh. Okay? You might have to stand up to do that to create some clearance. So please do what you need to do. And now take your blocks. They're going to grab them with your hands. And you're going to walk the blocks over to the left, over towards your right foot here. Drop your right buttock down a little and steer it back a little. So right hip drops down and pulls back. And then round your spine into a cat pose, over here to the diagonal on your left side. Hopefully you feel some sensation. Grateful for the feeling capacity that we have. And walk the blocks back forward. Free your leg behind you and extend it back out. Draw up through the core. Good. And then bring the right leg down. Let's stand up between sides. Just give your little hip flexors a stretch here. And then come back down. Place the hands on your blocks. Extend the left leg back. Draw up through the abdomen, long spine. Bring the knee towards the nose, round the spine, and then cross the ankle over. You can grab it with the hand and just pull it up there, or you might need to stand up and give yourself a little space there. Maybe hold a wall if that feels better. So we're going to walk the blocks over to the right side now. And then draw your left hip back and over to the left. So over and back. Ooh. And then round your spine, look inward, and breathe as you hold. One more breath here. And coming back to center, just walk your blocks around. Extend the leg behind you one last time, holding there, long spine. And please lower the leg down. Take your hands off the blocks, down to the mat, and step back into a downward facing dog. Deep breath here. And then lower knees to the mat and find yourself into a very restful child's pose, stacking the hands under your forehead and let your forehead rest there. And in this rest, absorb these words from author Mark Nepo. This is called the kinship of gratitude. The kinship of gratitude. The goal of all experience is to remove whatever might keep us from being whole. The things we learn through love and pain reduce our walls and bring our inner and outer life together. And all the while, the friction of being alive erodes whatever impediments remain. But the simplest and deepest way to make who we are at one with the world is through the kinship of gratitude. Nothing brings the worlds of spirit and earth together more quickly. Lifting up now into all fours position. You're going to be grateful for your core strength here. So this is a little different. So I prepped you earlier. Lift the heel of both hands up so you can really transfer more weight into the fingers. Okay, feel that. Then lower the heels back down, but try not to let all the weight dump to the heel. Keep more out in the fingers. Now from here, I'm going to ask you to lift your left arm out, reach it out, and lean forward like someone's pulling you out. And as you lean, feel how your right leg gets really light and you can lift it. So there's less weight on the knee. So really lean and reach out. And then bring it all back. Then again, that sense of trying to lift the heel of the hands, lift the right arm out, lean out over it a little bit, and now the left leg is easier to pick up as you're reaching. Draw up through your core, and you're really reaching and leaning out over with this right arm, and then bring it back down. All right, so from here, round your back into cat pose. And then come forward, one cow pose, just lift your chin and chest slightly. And then you can stay there and do that again on your hands and knees, or you can come to high plank. So this will change it up a little bit. Coming into high plank, hold here, and now reach your right arm long and lean out over it and see if you can lift your left foot off the floor. Reach long with your right side. You gotta really reach out there and lift your left foot up. Woo! And bring it back down. I'll get you warm. Let's do the other side. Left arm up. You can be on your knees too. Reach long. You're coming to your tippy toes. And then lift your right leg up. It doesn't have to be high. Just lift it. Woo! And bring it down. Knees down to the ground. Sit back, child's pose. And feel how your breath may have quickened, or maybe it was just my breath that quickened. To be grateful means giving thanks for more than just the things we want, but also for the things that surmount our pride and stubbornness. Sometimes the things I've wanted and worked for, if I actually received them, they would have crushed me, he says. Sometimes just giving thanks for the mystery of it all brings everything and everyone closer, the way suction pulls streams of water together. So take a chance and openly give thanks, even if you're not sure what for, and feel the plenitude of all that is living brush up against your heart. Extend your arms now and lift up to downward facing dog. And then please step your right leg forward into deep lunge. From here, take your right arm to the ceiling. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Bring the arm down. Back heel comes down. Lift to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. reverse warrior. Lift up here as the opportunity, the little levity of the heart. Raise your chest. And then from here, just windmill right on down to the floor. Lift your heel and flip your arm back up into that twist where we started. Good. Exhale, touch down to the mat. Step back through a downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Left leg steps forward. Left arm lifts into a twist. Please touch on down. Back heel comes down, warrior two. Come all the way up. Reverse warrior. Lift the chest. And then start to unwind all the way back down to the ground. When you get there, lift the left arm up again into your twist. Exhale, release on down, and step back, downward facing dog. Two more breaths here. Steady and strong in the present moment, hearing your breath. On your next inhalation, as you're ready, step your right leg forward again. Now let's do that same series there, but a little more fluidly. So we're going to take the right arm to the ceiling, extend in a twist. Exhale down. Back heel comes down, up to warrior two. Reverse warrior. And then right on down and right into that twist. Touch and then bring your right arm straight up. There's a lot of rights there. Right, right, right. And then slowly touch down. This time step to a plank. Hold in plank and lower down so slow. Inhale through to cobra. Exhale down. Pushing back, downward facing dog. And left leg steps forward. Deep lunge. Here we go. Left arm reaches up and twist. Big breath in. Exhale the hand down. Back heel drops. Inhale, rise. Coming up to warrior two. Exhale as you settle. Inhale, back reverse warrior. Lift the chest. Exhale, come all the way down. Touch with your right hand, left arm to the ceiling in a twist. And exhale, touching down. This time step forward to Uttanasana, coming into chair pose. Bend the knees, hands to your thighs, come up. And then hook your thumbs again as we did earlier. Lift your elbows, bend them. Right shoulder lifts, right elbow back. Left shoulder lifts, left elbow back. Hands start to pull back. Ribs are strongly attached. Try to make a little more of a back bend here. And then stand all the way up and shoot your arms up. Release them down to your sides. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, slow forward fold. Pause here. Let the head release. Stepping back, downward facing dog. And lower your knees down to the mat. And then walk your hands back into all fours position. So really keep connected to the mound of the index knuckle. So at the base of your index finger, that knuckle mound, make that be your foundational important point, as you guys know. So connect to that. I'll keep reminding you, I'll say mound of the index finger down. Start to extend your right leg back, draw up through your abdomen, move your left toes to the left a bit, and then bend the right leg. Just bend it behind you, like the thing we did when we were laying on our stomach at the beginning. I had you take your leg behind you. Do that same action. And then now take this top arm up, and you can hold this shape, or you could reach back and hold your foot. So I want you to take your foot back further. Lift your chest. Here's that levity of gratitude. Remember, we have so much to be thankful for. And really anchor through the mound of the index finger on your left hand. So you kick your foot back, let your head and ears go back. Breathe. Stay steady in your commitment, your breath. And then release slowly. Woo! I took the window with me. Release slowly and take your arm and leg out. And circle down to the mat. Good job. Let's do the other side. So we're going to put commitment in the right index finger here. Left leg comes out, right toes to the right a little. And then first just bend the back leg, and without touching it, just let it drift behind you. Shoulder blade on your back here, and then reach. If the foot's not accessible, just make this shape. You can still lift your heart up. Either way. So keep kicking the foot back, roll the left shoulder back, ears back, head back. Index finger mound on the right hand. What's going on there? Can you really commit it? Press it down. Releasing when you're ready with control. Leg and arm extend. And then circle around and come through. Fabuloso. And sit back on your heels for a moment, or if that's uncomfortable, just come to kneeling position. Either way, interlace your hands behind you. Lift your beautiful heart and start to lean back a bit. Keep a long back of the neck. And then from here, like you're flowing into a child's pose, round the back like a cat pose, and just let your head come down. And then move out of this like you would be going into cobra. Lift your chest forward. So you start that little back bend right here, and either interlace the hands, maybe you put your fingers on the floor, lift your chest, and then wave back into a cat position where your hands release and you release your forehead down. Stay here for a breath. And then lifting your torso up. And now take your blocks and bring them out on your mat and on the high setting. Excuse me. I'm making it through this class without coughing. Okay, so from here, hands on the blocks, walk your knees back, please. And then start to press your pelvis way back so you feel nice, long side body, long arms. Let your head come right between your arms, looking down. Feel your pelvis as if someone were pulling it back slightly. Just find so much length here. Lifting the armpits high. And then coming up, what you're going to do is stack your blocks. So put them flat, one on top of the other. Stack them. And then your hands are separated. We're going to bring the left leg forward to a modified pigeon. So you're going to bring the knee towards your left wrist, but instead of bringing the foot up parallel, keep it back here. So just keep it back. And focus on your back leg. I want you to pick the back knee up and move it back. And move your toes back, and then pick the knee up and move it back again. So just keep moving your back knee back till you can't go any further. Okay? And then from here, see if you can cup the hands around the block and let your forehead rest on the block. Now, for some reason that's not working for you, you can stack your hands on the block. And just pause here. I love those words of Mark Nepo where he says, sometimes just giving thanks for the mystery of it all brings everything and everyone closer. The way suction pulls streams of water together. So take a chance and openly give thanks, even if you're not sure what for. And feel the plenitude of all that is living brush up against your heart. Such beautiful words. Lifting up now, place your hands and just slide the back knee in. You're just going to come on in into an all fours position. But take your right leg, the one that was behind you, out to the side now. Right leg to the side. And from here, I want you to press your pelvis back a little bit. And come forward. And now from here, stay in the all fours position. And I want you to pick your back leg up and bring it straight down behind you. Swivel your left foot out and come into a knee plank here. And just with the idea of giving your heart an opportunity to really lift and express itself. Open up, reach back. Mound of the index finger on your left hand is glued to the floor, right? And then circle around, come back to center, and bring the legs back. Bring your blocks apart. Hands on the tops of the blocks. Walk the knees back if you've gotten close. And once again, just stretching back here. So you're not going to a complete child's pose. Focusing more on elevating the armpits, drawing upward while sinking or releasing through the chest. Arm bones resisting up, however. Deep breath in, slow breath out. One more breath. Lifting up. Bring your hands to the mat, stack your blocks, and slide your right knee forward now into that pigeon. So the knee comes up towards your right wrist, and then you just start to walk your left knee back, and back, and back, and back. And then coming down, let the head rest on the blocks. As always, if this is not comfortable for your knee, you can lay on your back and do eye of the needle where you cross the ankle over. Just holding here a couple more breaths. Let the breath be your focus. Last breath in here. And breathing out. Lifting up. Bring the hands under you and just slide this right knee back. And then take your left leg straight up to the side. So left leg is off to the side. Do a little rocky here, back and forth. And then park in the middle. You're going to lift the left leg up behind you, tap the toes to the floor, and swivel the right foot out. Now check your right hand here, index finger mound grounded. Keep that power connection as you open, and then you'll be able to drift back a little bit, perhaps let your head go back. Lift your chest. And slowly circle around, come back to the mat, and bring your legs in together. We're going to transition. Move your blocks off the mat here. We're going to come onto our back. And we're going to do some reclined eagle work. So you can wrap all the way or you can make modifications. But we'll come onto our backside. Grateful for the floor. So as you're ready, pick your right leg up and then just make an X, cross it over your left leg, and then pick both legs up. So maybe this is your eagle right here, or if it's available to wrap. So you wrap underneath more. And then I want you to, for a moment, focus here on toes going inward, heels going out. Just think about your feet so you get a good internal rotation. Heels out, toes in. Here comes Captain Jack. He's just coming in to say hello to everyone. Heels out, toes in. And then as you keep that, try to pull your thighs apart. Try to pull your thighs apart with all your strength. Try to pull them apart. Now, if you don't have your feet completely wrapped, it still works. It feels a little more integrated if you can wrap the feet, but just see where you're at. Good. Try to pull the thighs apart. Good. And then release and bring your feet to the ground. Unwrap. And then let's do the second side. So cross your left leg over your right. Pick both feet up. If it's doable, wrap the left ankle underneath. If not, no problem. And then see if you can focus on toes going in, heels going out. And now try to pull your legs apart. Try to pull apart. Keep pulling, keep trying to pull apart. It's a pretty good effort going on there. Good, and release the feet to the ground. Unwrap. All right, so now we're going to add the upper body and some abdominal activity here. So we're going to cross the right over the left, lift the legs up and wrap, and then take your arms above your chest and take your right arm under your left, and just do your best to come up with a wrap here. Toes are in, heels are out. Try to pull the legs apart. And now lift your head and shoulders and take your elbows to your knees to your elbows, and then release them both so your toes tap the floor or your left toe taps and your head comes down. Lift up again, little eagle crunch, and release. And again, lift both ends, meet in the middle. Still trying to pull your legs apart. I know there's a lot happening. One more time. Lift up, lower down, and uncross your legs, release your arms. Let's do the second side. Left leg crosses over, lift and wrap if it's doable, toes in, heels out. Arms up, left elbow under right, eagle arms. Now, exhale, lift up, head and shoulders, elbows to knees, knees to elbows, and touch down both ends, head and toes. Lift up again, lower, lift up again, and last time, lift up again, hold, try to pull your legs apart, and release. Fantastic, and release. Unwrap your legs. Open to butterfly. We'll feel good after that. And then just put one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly as we begin. Lift and elevate your chest from a sense of gratitude. Let a breath of levity come in and reconnect us to our birthrights. Our birthright, when we feel whole and well and strong, we automatically just lift our chest with a sense of confidence and strength. Holding here, and just feel the movement underneath your hands as you breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. Grateful for the breath, the life force that fuels our emotions, that animates our mind, gives our body energy. One more attentive breath here. And then ask yourself this evening if you need anything else. Maybe a windshield wiper or a full happy baby. Let you choose windshield wiper or happy baby. If there's something else, a twist, go there. I'm going to go to happy baby myself. Let's see what feels good for you. You might want, your body might be calling for something else. Make sure it's something gentle as we're winding down. And then we'll move towards a Shavasana. And if you'd like to do legs up the wall, that's a suggestion. You can find what feels right, as always, for your Shavasana. If you want to extend your legs or put a bolster under your knees. If you want to lay down here like King Jack and just sprawl out. He came in just in time for Shavasana, didn't he? He's like, I think it's time for you all to rest now. Grateful for the little furry friends in our world. So let yourself rest. I'll watch the time. Feeling that you are being held and supported. It's always a comforting feeling, and just let go into that. And as you move into this space of stillness and rest, it might be a beautiful thing to plant the seed of gratitude in the forefront of your mind. Again, for someone that has blessed you, someone that's been there for you, supported you, uplifted you, encouraged, inspired. Bring that person or people, if there's more than one, I'm sure, to mind. Let there be a slight turning up of the corners of your mouth. And let yourself marinate in the memories, the deep appreciation, Nothing takes us straight to the heart like gratitude. Your mind and heart and body so appreciate you right now. We're extending this time of self-care. So for the next couple minutes, just continue to absorb the benefits of the stillness. Even if your mind is beckoning you to come and do something else, right now you are still submerged in your practice. Beginning to float your awareness to the depths of your belly, way down in your navel region and slightly below. And witness the next few breaths. See if you can encourage it, the breath, to move a little deeper into your abdomen. And starting to feel the breath elsewhere in your body. You might feel it in your chest or coming through your nose. Or envision it just expanding out into every single little pocket and crevice of your body. Make your way to some gentle movement. Hands, feet, arms, or legs, just starting to awaken. Bending knees as you're ready. Transitioning to your right side. Moving slowly as always. As you're ready, you can press yourself up to your final seat. And when you arrive there, sit well for just a few more moments. Sharing with you once again these words of Mark Nepo. The goal of all experience is to remove whatever might keep us from being whole. The things we learn through love and pain reduce our walls and bring our inner and outer life together. And all the while, the friction of being alive erodes whatever impediments remain. But the simplest and deepest way to make who we are at one with the world is through the kinship of gratitude. Nothing brings the worlds of spirit and earth together more quickly than gratitude. Join your hands in front of the heart as we bow. I just want to take a moment to express my deep, deep gratitude to you all. It's been quite a year for all of us, and to keep community together in some way has been a godsend to me. I hope it's been helpful to you. Just thank you so much for your continued commitment to your practice, to the support that you have given me. I'm just so grateful for you all. And I wish that you have a very peaceful, blessed, and healthy Thanksgiving. Bowing to that bright light in each of you. Namaste. Much love to you all. Thank you so, so, so much. And I hope that I will see you next Monday, post-holiday. And